Hi there friend, welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, I talk about music production, gear and other nerdy stuff that interests me. I record videos of it and I post them online. Today's video is about Facebook ads and Spotify. I did a short Facebook Spotify ad experiment and watch to the end of the video to see the results. So I have had music on Spotify for many years. I think I started uploading there in 2015 or something like that. It hasn't got any real traction, probably because there's a lot of people uploading music to Spotify. I haven't really advertised my music or got it in front of that much people. So I have tried during the years to submit some of my tracks to a service like SubmitHub. Playlist submitters are pretty scammy things, and that haven't really resulted in anything. And most of my submissions to places like that have been rejected. So as any normal people do, I figured that my music isn't good enough, and that's why most people won't listen to what I have online on Spotify. That can be a reason for it. It can be a hard truth that my productions aren't really up to the level of quality needed for people to enjoy the music. Also, it's not like I have one or two tracks online. I actually have quite a few tracks online on Spotify, so there should be maybe something there that someone perhaps likes. Then I started thinking more about marketing. I had read somewhere that marketing is important or an important part of your music production if you want people to hear it. And I have tried with places like, as I said earlier, SubmitHub, posting on Instagram, posting on Twitter, posting on YouTube, things like that. But it hasn't really been getting that much engagement, so it's just staying there on the floor, if you will. I began researching a little bit. I just tried to see if I could find something on the internet, and lo and behold, yeah, you can. So I found two people on YouTube that shares very openly their experiences in using Facebook ads for promoting on Spotify and other streaming services. Those channels I have been looking at are one called Tom Dupree III, sorry if I butcher the name, and someone called Andrew Southworth, I think. I will place link to their channels in the description below. So I did watch a lot of their videos and what they had to say about Facebook advertising and things like that. The past week, I set aside an amount of money. I think it was around $65 just to try it out. So I made an ad in the format recommended by these guys. I set up a ToneDen landing page with my own URL from my own website or my own domain, and I tested the Facebook pixel. I linked it to my Spotify account and I fired the campaign up. And again, I want to say it's not me. I'm not the expert on this. If you want to know how to set up Facebook ads, things like that, you should check out the people I have linked down in the description below. But I can share my screen here. So if we go into Ad Manager on Facebook, here is the ad I made. So I made an ad for my track called Extra Solar, a little video here. So it was just a kind of an animation going and available on Spotify. I set a link to the page, get led to if you click the ad. So you get to this page here. So this landing page only have one option, it's Spotify. And if you press play on that, it will launch Spotify and it will go to my profile. So that was the ad itself. I think I started with $15 and then I went down to, I think it was $12 after 3 days. And if we can take a look here, we can see what kind of performance we had on this ad. So if we take a look here at the last week, 238 website view content. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is how many clicks I had on the ad, and this is how much I paid per click. So 2.4 crowns is, let's see, 27 cents. But we can see here by the days it went down to 1.86. So the price for the clicks went down, and here's the amount spent. It's about $65 in US dollars. And if we take a look at my Spotify statistics here, so if we go to audience and we go to listeners, and we can see here at around the 27th of January, I think I started you can see here around 26, 27, I started the campaign. And as you can see here, my regular visitors or listeners are around 0 to 3 per day, and it went up to 12 on the 27th of January, and then it went up to 14, 16, and it went down a bit when I turned off the ad campaign, of course. But if we look at streams here, we can see that I usually don't have that much streams. Maybe 5 a day is a high for me if I don't have any ads. And we can see here that the streams went out to 32 and 24, 36, and then I started turning off the ad and it went down. But one interesting thing here is that here on the 2nd of February the ad is turned off. But if you see here again on February the 3rd, I have 19 streams, and that's a lot more streams that I usually get. I usually get from 0 to 5, but I didn't have any ads running on February the 3rd. And then 7 on 4th, and then again February the 5th, I had 17 streams, and still I don't have any ads running now. So this is kind of some leftovers from when I had the ad running, and the people that have gotten to my profile and they are streaming my music, even if I don't run any ads now. And if we go to followers, we can see that I have 77 followers. These are real followers, it's not bots or anything. When I started the ad campaign, it climbed up to 91, and then you can see here it just stayed at 91, and I think I stopped it around here or somewhere. And yesterday I got another follower without running any ads. So you can see that the track I was promoting was called Extra Solar. We can see that it has a few plays here. I think we can see the saves somewhere if we go to music, maybe audience and engagement. Yeah, we can also see here that I have in the last 28 days, I have 238 streams. I actually have 3 streams per listener, 44 saves, and most of the saves was when I had the ads running, and I've been added to some playlists here as well. It seems like things are happening. So I think that was interesting to see how I got new followers and how I got new listeners just by paying a little bit for the Facebook ads. And this is not like paying for bots or anything like that. I think it was about, I had about 100,000 impressions of my ad. So the people who actually clicked on my ad is obviously interested in it in some way. So I think the people that came to my Spotify profile genuinely was interested in it. But again, you had to, of course, pay ad money for it, and maybe that's something not everyone can do. But I think it was interesting anyways. So advertising just for a few days like I did here is not really enough to gather any data. The guys I linked down in the description below, they say that you should at least run it for a week, perhaps more, for it to just gather enough data and to see if this is something that's going to work for you. These days have shown me that it might work, so I think this is something I'm going to try. So music production is not my main source of income. I have a day job, which is my main source of income, and I'm not going to quit my day job. That's stupid. I think of this as an investment, because when I get paid, or when I get my paycheck, I set aside some of my cash to investments such as index funds, some cryptocurrencies, and lately I've been dumping too much money into NFTs. And I'm thinking that, okay, if you use $100 a month or you use $200 a month, I think I can handle that. And I also think I can kind of see that money as lost money, because it's advertising and you don't really get a return on investment straight away. I don't think so. But I will probably build up my Spotify following. So let's say if I run this for a year, my Spotify curve will go up, and then it will in some way maybe exponentially exponentially go up, and at some point the $10 you use for advertising each day will earn you back $10 in streams. So if you get to 0, you will still have this growing curve, and then after a while you may probably see some return of investment. So it's an investment. It's going to take some time. I'm going to try it out on this channel and see what happens. I think that's a good idea, and I can show you another thing here. I mean, if I go to, we can take a look at this. So as you have maybe seen on my channel, I have had some interest in cryptocurrencies. I've been trading some NFTs and done things like that, and I have a few NFTs I'm having some passive income from. I don't want to talk that much about NFTs on this channel because it's so new, and there's a lot of people that are getting scammed in a lot of rug pulls and things like that. I've talked about that on before, so I'm very kind of cautious now what I talk about when it's about investing and things like that. But since I traded so much NFTs, I got this airdrop from LuxRare, and it's an alternate marketplace to OpenSea, and it has its own token, which is called Lux, and you can stake it, and you get rewards from that. So you can see here I now have got about $360 in Ethereum rewards. So I'm thinking of collecting these, paying my taxes on it, and using the probably $200 I'm going to have left from that to start my Facebook ads. So this is kind of, I have some passive income here, which I'm going to then post into advertisements. And when I get my paycheck in about 3 weeks, I can set aside some money there and just use that to keep the Facebook ads going. That's my plan. I'm going to try this and see what happens. And I think that it's time that I try to invest a little more in what I do myself and not just buy stupid NFTs. I think it's if I used $2,000 I think I used about $2,000 or $3,000 in an NFT project that was a rug pull. What if I used those $2,000 or $3,000 in Facebook ads? I mean, I could at least have grown my Spotify followers to something, and that's worth at least something for me, at least. So this was just kind of a rambling video. I scripted half of it, and the end of the video here, as you can see, wasn't that much scripted. Again, I just want to give a shout out to Tom Dupree III and this Andrew Southworth. Sorry if I say the name wrong. Check the links in the description below. If you have any questions about Facebook ads for Spotify or things like that, you have to ask those guys. Don't ask me. I'm just recording this, and we'll see what happens. If you like content like this, you are welcome to subscribe to the channel. It helps. Share it with others. Talk about it. And go follow my Spotify profile. It's linked below. Okay, bye. I see you in the next one.